there, Scrappin' Abby, and I'm back with another project to share with you all, or at least the beginning of another project. So this is another decor room piece that's going to be part of my daughter's room, transformation, whatever you want to call it, that I'm working on for her before she gets to Florida. So I'm really super excited about this one. So what I wanted to do was to use these two 5x7 canvases that I have and create some really cool wall art for her room. So what my thought process is I love the stuff from Golden. It's the glass bead gel, and I've used it before in my my art journal that I have. Sorry, the name slipped my mind for some reason. And it's a really cool product. And once I get ready to put it on the canvas, I'll turn the camera back on and I'll share with you what it looks like. It's just a really cool thing. And it just literally leaves like a glass bead gel look on your project once it's dry. So I want to use that with a combination of some different sprays, and this one's from Marion Smith. This is from the Color Lab, and then these are Tattered Angels. This is a Lindy Stamp Gang spray, and then I have one of the Tim Holtz Distress paints. And her favorite color, or the base color for her, is the main color I should say, is teal, kind of turquoisey, and so that's kind of the look I'm going for. I want both of these to they're not going to be matchy because I want, each piece, as you're creating this art and you're using sprays and things like that, you can't duplicate it. That's what makes it so cool, because it's such a unique piece. So, but I do want to have two of these with the glass bead gel on it, and then there's two different, kind of looks. I want to do like an ombre from like dark to light, and maybe the other one I'll do from light to dark or something like that. I'm not quite sure yet. So I do have to let this dry. The container says, how long does it say you're supposed to let it dry? Well, it actually doesn't say. But from the people I've watched on YouTube, Donna Downey being one of them, I do know that people usually let this sit for a couple hours, if not overnight. For me, I'm going to let it sit overnight because I have other things I'm going to be working on for her. So this will be a video over a couple days, but you won't know that because I'll smush it all together in one. So I'm going to get everything kind of set up, the paper, the canvas out of the plastic wrapping, and get all my tools ready, and I'll turn the camera back on when I start to spread the bead gel on the canvas. Be back in just a minute. Okay ladies, I'm back, and I'm getting ready to spread the glass bead gel onto the canvases. So let me just share with you what this looks like, just in case you've never seen it before. You can see how it's kind of almost a little bit light blue, and you see those little sparkly doodads in there? Those are the actual glass gel beads, and they are so cool. My art journal is actually kind of buried still in one of my totes in the garage, so I can't pull it out quickly to share with you, but I have used this before, and this is just awesome, and I love using this. So it kind of almost feels like you're spreading, some mixture paste with sand in it or something, because it's kind of gravelly, but it's really cool. And it's fun because you can make this as thick as you want, or you can make it as thin as you want. So my plan is to make them kind of starting off like really loose and kind of getting more, like denser and denser and denser the further it goes down, and kind of really build up on the edges right here. So a couple tools I pulled out. Excuse me. Let me grab a drink real quick, ladies. I apologize. Okay, that's better. I just grabbed a couple of these different palette knives that I have. These are just from, I think they're like, I think it's like Paper Loft brand. Let me look here real quick. Or Artist Loft, excuse me. I got these at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I forget. And I just grabbed a couple different widths because I wasn't sure which one would be the best for what application. And then I also just grabbed this double-ended spatula, which is actually from Betty Crocker brand, but I got it from the Dollar Tree in the home section, kitchen area, because this is a wider spatula, and I might want that to kind of maybe do that motion down here. So I don't know which one I want to use. I might use all of them. I don't know. But I'm going to share with you the first part of this, and then I'm going to turn the camera off so I can get the second one done. And then I'll be back on camera, which will be the next day for you ladies, and show you what it looks like once it's dry. It's such a cool medium. And this is kind of pricey. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for this. I've had it for almost 2 years, and see how good it is. And I haven't used it a ton, but I used one of my 50% off coupons from Michael's when I bought this. So you can save your coupons for that, or sometimes different websites online will have this for less price, or maybe it's on sale or something. So all you would need to do is just, Google glass bead gel. And I don't know if there's other brands, but Golden is who I wanted to use because that's the only one I could find at Michael's. So what I want to do, hopefully the camera's not being too freaky because it's all white. But I want to kind of start and just kind of, like I said, make it start light and then kind of just go down. So this canvas has already been prepared, meaning it already has gesso and everything on it, so I don't need to do anything with it. I may incorporate some on the sides too. I haven't decided. So I'm just going to get in there with my this palette knife first, and just kind of get some loaded up there and just kind of mush it around a little bit. I haven't used this since we moved, so this will show you really quickly, and I'll get right to it. This was in the Penske moving truck, and it came from Oregon all the way to Florida, and you can imagine the heat and everything, and this still has a perfect consistency just as the day I bought it off the shelf. So I just wanted to share that with you. Doesn't mean I would keep it in a hot place or anything on purpose, but I was surprised. I was really kind of concerned about it. So let me just scrape a little bit off there, and we'll just kind of start here at the very top, and just hear that? That's the glass bead gel that you're hearing in there. And so I want to be careful that I don't make a lot of swipies, because I don't want those waves in there. I want it to be kind of like a free-flowing texture. So just kind of like that. So I'm just going to kind of spread up here at the top. Excuse me, I'm not sure why I'm so choked up. I think what I'll do is flip it this way, and I can kind of control a little bit better. This is just so cool. The first time I used this, I was like, oh my gosh, this was just so much fun, and I was so glad that I saw Donna Downey using this. I saw this like years ago when I would watch her Inspiration Wednesdays videos, and she didn't have them for a while, and then now I think you have to pay to watch them, so I don't do that. Not that she's not worth every penny. She's a phenomenal mixed media artist. It's just, I know I can, you know, watch some other videos along that same nature, you know, for free. Ladies, I'm going to get some more water. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not sure what got in my throat that made me feel like it was all scratchy. And then as I kind of come down, I want to get a little bit more onto my palette, my little palette knife here, and I want to kind of make it look just a little bit thicker, and just kind of play with this. And I still have some wiggle room. If I finish this whole bottom piece, I still have time to come up and manipulate this if I want to do that, which I probably will. I'm actually want to try to see how this spreads with this bigger Betty Crocker spatula, if it moves it at all. And it looks like it just pushed it into a clump, and I don't like that. So I may not like using this for that, but let me just kind of wiggle it on here a little bit and see what it does. Yeah, probably not the best for this, so let's go back to the palette knife here. Kind of get that little bit of, I'm trying to hold this up for you so you can see. I apologize. And I do want to leave some of the corners kind of not, you know, plain bare, and I will do some inking up there, or sprays, excuse me. But I really want to just kind of have it where it's kind of really heavy at first, or excuse me, light at first, and then going down towards a little bit thicker and more dense towards the bottom. So I got a little bit more on my palette knife, and I'm just going to kind of spread it over like this. It's almost like you're icing a cake, but it sounds like you have granules of sugar, really, you know, that did not mix in with your frosting. But it's really fun. I really enjoy doing these mixed media projects like this, and it's been a while since I've done one. I think it's actually probably the first one I've done since I had brain surgery last year. So it's really refreshing for me, and it's very almost therapeutic, because it's just creative play. I mean, all kind of crafting is creative play, but especially when you get to do mixed media, because there's no rules. You can make it look however you want, and you can make it look as sloppy as you want or as messy as you want. It doesn't have to be all precise, like if you're building, you know, a mini book or something, you know, the base of that, you know, needs to be fairly, you know, precise, because if you're going to have the same pages on each, you know, same dimensions and stuff. But this is just a lot of fun. Just, you know, I just really enjoy this. So, and you could obviously make your own, I don't know how you can make your own bead gel. I mean, I'm sure you probably could think of that, but this is pretty. If you don't have the bead gel, don't have access to it, or you don't want to spend the money on it even with a coupon, because it is a pretty, like I said, it's not like, you know, cheap. I think if I remember right, it was like between $10 to $15, maybe a little bit higher, towards 20. I can't remember. You know, but it is something that you know, kind of probably use sparingly, at least I am, and it does tend to go a long way. You could also just mix like some craft sand in like paint, or even different texture paste mediums, and you could do the same thing. It just wouldn't be the glass bead look, but it would still give you a lot of texture. So you can see that right there, how cool that looks. And I know it's hard to tell because it's, you know, pretty much almost white on white. Just a little tint of blue, but it does dry clear. All you will see tomorrow, you know, actually for you guys when I turn the camera back on, once it's dry, it's just going to be just, looks like I just had just raindrops of glass bead gels on here. It's just really, really cool. So I think I do want to go ahead and kind of do the sides. So I'm going to do that all at the same time as I'm doing the top. And then I'll just kind of mimic the heaviness towards the bottom. Sorry, I was off camera there. And then kind of just make it a little bit lighter as I go up towards the top. So, but I do want to have some of that texture because since this is dimensional and off the wall, you will see it. And even though chances are nobody's going to see the top or the bottom, I like to complete my projects like that. I just like to know that it's just all been done on all sides. You of course don't have to, especially if you don't want to, you know, use a whole bunch of this product if you aren't comfortable doing that in a spot that you know for sure it's never going to be seen. But I am not worried about that, so let's do this on both sides. And then that's the great thing about this stretched canvas, is that you have a place to put your hands inside and you can hold it while you're working on the sides of your project as well. So just kind of spread that down. We're just going to flip it over here to the bottom side. And then we'll spread some more in here. So I would love to know if you ladies can comment below and let me know if you've ever worked with the glass bead gel from Golden or any other brand before. And if you have, what did you use? What did you create? What was your ultimate project? And how did it look? Because I would love to know that. I'd love to see what it looked like. So, and I'm just going to hold it. You know, I have the my fingers inside the wood piece here, so I can hold this properly since I just did the sides. Now this is a pretty heavy coat down here towards the bottom, and so I definitely want to let this sit overnight so I can make sure it's all set and solid for sure. And you can see that there's kind of like a little bit of texture between a ridge on there. Oh, I love it. It's just so, so cool. So we'll just kind of do that with it, and I think I'm pretty much done with this one. I might, let me see, I'm not really too pleased with where I put that Betty Crocker spatula. I don't really like how that looks up there, so I'm going to kind of fiddle with this a little bit here because I really want this to be like it's just kind of cascading down into you know, heavier gel here. So let's just kind of do this. And this is why each canvas is not going to look the same, because there's no way I could duplicate this, because this is such a you know, unique product medium to craft with. So just kind of do that so I don't look, so it doesn't look like I have any, you know, straight edges or lines or anything intentional. Kind of almost like when you have ooh, let's get that side there. I missed that little bit of edge there. There we go. Almost like when you have like an iced cake or something like that. You want to just kind of have those, you know, free forming kind of lines in the cake there. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So that's how this first one looks. It's just kind of starting off at the top and then kind of going down, and it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the second canvas, and then once these have both completely dried, I'll come back on camera and show you how I'm going to use the different sprays and stuff that I shared with you earlier in the video onto these canvases to make them into little pieces of art for my daughter's bedroom. So I will see you as soon as these are dry. Hi ladies, I wanted to come back on camera real quick because I was kind of messing around with the first one before I set it down. I wanted to kind of clear off a little bit more of this top, because after I looked at it for a minute or two, I was like, I really kind of want to have that blank space and kind of lead into it. So I grabbed this other palette knife of mine that's a little bit longer, you know, slender, and I just moved it kind of down like I wanted. And then what I started doing was just kind of taking this and just doing this kind of motion with it, where I'm just really kind of patting it and kind of lifting up. And you can see it gives that, I'll try to show you without getting my fingers all in it, but you can see that it really gives it that dimension. See how it's kind of poking up there a little bit? I love that. So I'm really happy that I decided to kind of play with this tool as well. So I just wanted to share that with you because it'll look a little bit different probably tomorrow once it's dry, because you didn't see me doing this on camera before. So I am really going to go ahead and get the second one done now, and then I'll come back on when these are dry. See you in a little bit. Hi ladies, okay, so now you can see that I've already kind of started on one of the two canvases. This is the second one. This is after I let it dry overnight. This texture is just awesome. Look at that. It is so, so cool. So that is what I was trying to explain, how it looks like little bits of glass bead gels. I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's just so cool. And down here where I did it thicker, it just has like a little bit more concentration on those areas I patted, and it just takes the different sprays in a really cool way. And that's the side of the canvas. And then obviously all sides are done as well, but just look at that really awesome texture of those glass beads. I just love this. It's so cool, and it's kind of mimicking, it's kind of like a play on it being like water or the ocean, I suppose. So this is the one that I already started to spray, and I'm going to do this one on camera with you ladies. So what I did is I pulled out some of my sprays that were kind of in the color wheel of where I was looking for. So I have them marked here. This is the Marion Smith Color Lab Aqua that I mixed together, Heidi Swap Teal, Lindy Stamp Gang Tiffany Lou Blue. This is Tattered Angels in the Bahama Blue. And then this last one here is the, oh, where did I put that one? Oh, this is the one I ended up not using because it was a bit too purpley looking for me, but it's called Icicle Blue. It's really pretty, but not for this project. So I'm really focused on just these 4 colors here, and I went and I layered with my, I did this one first, and then I did this, and then kind of moved up because that's like the lightest, and then I went back in with the Heidi Swap Teal, or excuse me, back up, that's not correct. I started with the Heidi Swap Teal, went to Tiffany Lou Blue, and then I went to Marion Smith Aqua because it went from darker to lighter. And then what I did is I went back in after the first part dried, and I sprayed on the bottom some of that Bahama Blue because it's like a little bit darker teal. That's kind of what I was going for. So it's still kind of drying, but I'll pick it up and kind of hold up to the camera so you can see. This just has this really cool ombre kind of a look, and I just love it. It's, oh, it's like perfect. And I did the sides as well in the same time, so it looks like it's ombreing down the sides as well, and then of course the bottom, and it's just really, really cool looking. Oh, I love it. It's just so cool. So what I'm going to do is, I was debating on whether I wanted to put any of the coral colors on this one, but I'm going to kind of repeat this pattern onto this canvas, minus a couple of the teal sprays, and then I'm really going to incorporate these 2 here. So this one is a Tattered Angels. It's the Chalkboard Apricot Nectar, and this is the Coral Reef from Tattered Angels as well. So I really want to play with these 2 colors, and then probably just a couple from the blue, or excuse me, the teal set. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one off to the side so it can finish drying, and then we'll go ahead and work on this one. And it doesn't matter if this is wet and this gets, you know, spray on the back. It doesn't matter. It's going against the wall. Plus, it just adds more texture. It's just really cool. So I'm just going to kind of put that there, and I'll zoom you ladies in a little bit closer. Not too close so you can see the whole thing. Okay, so let's start with my, I think I'm going to start again with the Heidi Swap Teal. And this has a little bead ball in it. And we're just going to kind of put that over there so it doesn't get any extra spray on it. Just kind of start with this on the bottom. Like that, and then I'm just making sure I get the sides, so that's done as well. If you're doing this, you don't have to do the sides if you don't want to, of course, but I just kind of wanted to do that. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to hit it with the heat tool for just a quick second. This doesn't have to completely dry for me to move on to the next phase. I just kind of like to give it just a minute or so to kind of settle into the cracks and crevices and grooves a little bit, and then we'll move on up to the next layer. So something else that I have up besides the sprays is just a baby wipe, because it's also to wipe my fingers off on, but also because I want to use it to dab, which is what I did on that first canvas, because I didn't want it to be so concentrated teal on the top. I want a little bit of white poking up. So now what I'll work on next is we're going to go with, I'm trying to keep these in order of how I had them. Let's go ahead and do the Tiffany Lou Blue. And that's this next color here, which is really pretty. And we're just going to kind of do this one I think I have to hold it up because it's almost empty. It's just such a pretty tealy blue. I love it. Kind of do that with it and kind of hold it up a little bit and see how it's kind of running down like little rivers. It's just so cool. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. So pretty. And then I keep these 2. These are like my drop cloths. I have like a box of these. They're so awesome. I'm going to be doing a different project with these, but I just wanted to mention that to you because you don't want to waste your sprays. You can reuse those as background for something else, or, you know, junk journals, that kind of thing. So it's really, really cool. So let me hit that with the heat tool real quick. And then the next thing I'm going to do is start layering with the coral and the apricot nectar. And I think I'm going to start with the coral reef next because it's a little bit darker than the apricot nectar. And we'll kind of get that little bit of ombre going up here. Okay, there's that. So let me get the coral reef all shook. Okay, and then now we're just gonna spray this up here, kind of like that. Oh, that's so pretty. I like it. And then kind of do the sides. I want to kind of be a little more concentrated in here a little bit, like that. Oh, it's so, so, so pretty. Okay, now while that's doing its magic there. I want to go ahead and go back in. I'll try to pull this up so you can see a little bit better. I want to go back in with the, which one was it? The Tattered Angels Bahama Blue, because it's that really, really cool, kind of a little bit darker, darker color. So I want to kind of incorporate that in this little bit down here. So it kind of mimics this one just a little bit more than what it does currently. So I'm just going to kind of come in, and you're going to see how it just really kind of adds a really cool, almost like an emeraldy teal color. It's just, I just really like it. Put this on the bottom, on the sides, which you guys can't see, of course, because I have the canvas laying flat. So there's that. And I'll pull this back down just a little bit. And I'm going to hit this with the heat tool real quick. I just think it's so cool, this glass bead gel, how awesome it is. I mean, every time I've used it, it's not the same. You can't, it's, you know, it's like impossible to try to put this on the same exact way each time you use it. It's always going to be rolled out a little bit different, spread out different. The, you know, the glass beads are going to cluster in a different pattern than the last time, and it just gives so much texture and so much character, and just makes the project so unique, and I just think it's awesome. So now I'm going to go in with the Apricot Nectar, and I'm going to kind of spray up here on the top a little bit and kind of get that lighter kind of corally color in here. And I am going to go ahead and go on the sides, and I'm going to pick it up because I want to get the top. Oops, started to spray my body instead of the, the canvas. Got my ceiling fan on, it's kind of being crazy. Alright, so there's that, and then I'm going to come back in with my baby wipe, because I kind of want to have it just kind of pounce it a little bit, because I really want it to be kind of a light white kind of on the top a little bit, like it was on the other canvas. So just like that, perfect. And then of course you can keep these too, because you can use these as paper. It's a material, you know, so you can use that in your crafting for down the road if you are like that. And I love getting my fingers inky. It's been way too long, you guys, way too long. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. This is really cool. I like how it's kind of going from that kind of teal, emerald, greeny kind of color up to this really kind of nice, lighter little puddle here, because that's just the way the spray ran off of the glass beads, but it has a really cool texture to it. So I'll go ahead and pick it up so I can share this with you. Of course, it's still wet, but it's just really, really cool. And I think this is going to look really nice in her room. That's that white spot I was talking about. And it just gives it such cool texture. So here are the two pieces together. I probably should have zoomed out first. But I think these are going to look really cool hung up on her wall, just like this. Just, you know, kind of her own custom art pieces from her mama. So just wanted to share that with you, ladies. And then I will, of course, have a photo of when these are up on the wall in her room. I will try to remember to put a picture of it at the end of the video, probably like a slideshow of everything all at once type of thing, because I'm going to put this video up separately, but this is one of the projects I'm working on for my daughter's bedroom. But since this is kind of like a mixed media canvas project, I do want to put this video up on its own, away from everything else. So thanks so much, ladies. Let me know, comment below if you've ever used the glass bead gel yourself, and if you haven't, you know, save up your coupons and, you know, shop online, try to find the best deal you can, get it and try with it and just play with it. It's perfect on paper and canvas, and I've done it on fabric, and, you know, it's just, I've done it on so many different types of mediums, and it's a really fun way to incorporate really cool textures into your crafting projects. So happy scrapping, happy crafting, and happy planning, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi ladies, so here are the two completed little pieces of wall art that I made for my daughter's room. Please ignore the stuff underneath. I'm actively working on about 5 different projects right now, and I have something drying below, so just ignore that. So this is the first one I did, and I love the ombre effect. This is the one I did off camera. Yeah, I did this one off camera, and it's just so pretty now that it's dried. I just love it. It's just awesome. And it's so fun when you use this glass bead gel, because the textures, you never know what it's going to be or how it's going to end up, because you can't really control it, which is what I love about it. But there's like a lighter spot here, and I think it's kind of cool where some of the bead gel's kind of, you know, dissipated, and this is like got a ridge right there. You see that? Oh, look at all that. I just love it. It's so pretty. And then the other one has the coral, and I forgot the name of the other one I used on here. Just really pretty, kind of that ombre effect, and I like it because it really ties in the whole color palette that she likes. Now I was toying around with the idea of maybe inking around the edges a little bit, but I'm just gonna leave them alone. I like how they look. I might end up doing that, I don't know, but I don't think I will, because I really kind of want to let these pieces just be as they are. That's going to be more like what my daughter would like. Oh, and this is something else too. See that little bit lighter spot right there? You guys saw me spray that heavily, but look at it. It just kind of, you know, ran off into the other areas there. It's just so pretty. I just love it. So that is the final project for these two pieces. And the back is even cool. I mean, look at that really cool spray technique on the back there. That's what I'm calling which really is no technique. It's just the spray spraying off the side and pooling underneath the canvas, but whatever. So that's it, and I will be sure to share a video, or excuse me, I'll be sure to do a video when I have the completed room together so you can see these on the wall and everything. So just wanted to come on real quick and share this last part of the project. So thanks ladies for watching. Comment below if you have any questions, like I've said before, about using the bead gel yourselves or other applications, or if you've used it before. I'd love to interact with you ladies and kind of also hear from, well, not kind of, I really like to hear if you've also done these projects yourself, because I want to support you like you all always support me. So thanks so much for watching. Happy scrapping, happy planning, and happy crafting, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi ladies, so I'm back with a completed altered canvases using the golden glass bead gel and a couple different sprays that I shared in the video. So I'll show you the wall that it's all on here. This is kind of the beginning of a gallery wall in my daughter's room. I wanted to put just a few things up right now, and then as time goes on, she can, you know, add what she wants, and, you know, different things that we find along the way, or maybe projects that we work on together. So I just wanted to share those with you, what it looked like, and then I'll just kind of zoom in here and let you see how the canvases look. I am just in love with that glass bead gel. I think it is just so awesome. Look at that deep, awesome texture you get. Just so, so cool. And it looks so good on the wall. And there is the one with kind of the coral and the aqua teal in there. I think that's just really, really neat. So I like how it turned out on the wall. I think it looks really good. And I'm probably going to do another application of this for our bedroom. So ours will, you know, of course, being like some plums and, you know, a little bit of lavender, lilac, and kind of gray silver a little bit. So I think it would be really pretty. So I just want to share with you what it looked like on the wall, just not on my desk when it's completed. So thanks for watching. Happy crafting, happy scrapping, and happy planning, and I'll see you next time. Bye!